Армысыздар, қадірменді көрермен.
Hello, dear viewers. Our today's episode is dedicated to the Turkish cuisine. Yes, we have already got acquainted with the culinary culture of the Ahiska Turks. But this time, we will tell about the dishes of the Anatolian Turks. Today, we will have a journey to Turkey without leaving Kazakhstan. 30 years ago, Turkey became the first country to recognize the independence of Kazakhstan. Since that time, our fraternal states have been firmly strengthening trade, economic, social, and cultural relations. Over the years of independence, hundreds of Kazakh Turkish companies, shops, and of course cafes and restaurants have been opened in Kazakhstan. For 3 decades, Turkish dishes have shaped one of the main food preferences of Kazakh residents. Breakfast occupies a special place in Turkish culture. People start their days with it, and therefore it is rich, nutritious, and very diverse. And today the family of Consul General of Turkey in Almaty, Ali Riza Kinci, invited me to breakfast. Ali Riza assumed the position of Consul General of Turkey in Almaty in 2019. In 2 years, the Akinci family fell in love with the southern capital of Kazakhstan and the country, as well as enriched the knowledge of our culture and history. Yashat, welcome. I am very pleased with your visit. Indeed, this year marks the 30th anniversary of Kazakhstan's independence. May independence be eternal. I would like to wish the fraternal people peace, harmony, happiness, and abundance. 30 years ago, a few hours after the declaration of independence, Turkey became the first state in the world to recognize the new status of Kazakhstan. According to Consul General, the relations between the two fraternal countries are multifaceted and are based on historical, cultural, and spiritual ties. During the years of independence, important documents have been signed between our states, including agreements on cooperation in the sphere of economy, education, science, culture, and sports. Today, the relations between our countries are developing very dynamically. My mission covers the southern region of Kazakhstan. These are the cities of Almaty, Shymkent, and Jambil region, Turkestan, and Kizilorda region. About 7,000 citizens of Turkey live in these regions today. The Akinci family begins the weekend morning with a traditional breakfast. In every Turkish family, this time is considered the most important for spending it with relatives. As a rule, Turks either go to cozy cafes for Sunday breakfasts or create warm family tradition at home. So today it is happening in the house of the Akinci family. This is Hulya Hanem, the wife of Mr. Ali Riza, and these are their sons, twins, Ahmet and Mehmet. They are very curious children and are fond of music, interested in history. Today, by the way, they promise to show us how to properly serve Turkish sausages for breakfast. In the meantime, let's find out what else do Turkish housewives delight their relatives with in the morning.
Tangas, Türklerin Ağrı Saray medeniyetinde, Ağrı'da Halk medeniyeti.
Breakfast is a whole culinary phenomenon that has long been inherent in both folk and palace cultures.
Kıska merzinde jelinetin janılı tamak.
In general, breakfast was considered an easy meal that must be consumed before drinking coffee. For example, it is enough to eat some cheese, some olives, and honey with cream. When we tell a little cheese, some olives, it doesn't mean a small amount of them. Quite the contrary. On one morning table, there are several types of very different products at once. After all, the main principle of the Turkish breakfast is abundance and variety. A classic breakfast necessarily includes dishes consisting of eggs, cheese, cucumbers, tomatoes, bell peppers, olives, sausages, a variety of jams, fresh pastries, and strong black tea. An essential component of the Turkish breakfast is cheese. This product is of great traditional importance. There are a lot of cheese kinds in Turkey, for instance, white and yellow cheeses, çeçil, blue cheese. They are made from cow, goat, and sheep milk. Olives are also a must for breakfast. Large and small, black and green, classic and stuffed. There is always a choice. That is because the sea regions of Turkey are rich in groves of olive trees. Turkish sausage sucuk is a delicious decoration for any breakfast. Yes, all children love sucuk and of course we do too. Therefore, we'll show you how to fry it properly. Let's cut it first. After that, we will fry it in a pan without oil. Mehmet, now you cut it. Sausages are spicy, mild. We are not making very spicy.
Normal acılıkta sucuk yapacağız sizlere. En iyi yörenin sucuğu da Kayseri'nindir.
The best sucuk is made in the provinces of Kayseri and Afyon.
Buna önceden
Many different aromatic spices are added.
kısık ateşte kızaran kırmızılaşan tarafları ters çevireceğiz ki altı da üstü de.
Now we only have to fry sucuk over low heat. It is necessary to turn it over more often so that it does not burn. Sausages are ready. Enjoy your meal. Turkish breakfast is not only tasty, varied and healthy, but it is also beautiful. Each housewife pays great attention to table setting and dishes, and Hülya Kanem is no exception. Moreover, she's a master of fine arts and a ceramics artist.
Çini sanatı tabii ki
Turkish ceramic art has been developing in Anatolia since the 15th century. In the province of Iznik, workshops appeared first at the Ottoman court. After all, ceramic tiles served as the main material in the interiors of mosques, palaces, and in general, in the architecture of that time. At the same time, ceramics workshops appeared in the province of Kütahya, but they were famous for household items. One of the biggest differences between the works of the masters of these two provinces is that in Iznik, ceramics were created more for architectural forms, with a minimalistic color scheme, pure patterns, and more geometric shapes. Of course, decorative objects were also produced for the palace, and Kütahya ceramics mainly include everyday objects, plates, vases. Iznik ceramics are popular globally today. It rightfully can compete in the quality and aesthetic of its products with the ceramics of China. The flourishing of Turkish ceramic art took place during the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent, when the narrative variations spread significantly. During this period, the images of flowers from palace gardens, animals, battle scenes, ships and many other objects characteristic of book miniatures, which were common during the reign of Suleiman I, were widely represented in the decoration of pottery. For example, we see there are images of sea, ships, depicted on this dish. You know, in those days, the Ottoman fleet was famous for its victories. And we see the images of galleons on dishes and other decorative objects as a tribute to those victories. In Turkish, bread is ekmek. Turks love fresh, aromatic, hot homemade pastry. Turkish people prefer to buy it in the morning before breakfast, or housewives bake it themselves. So the pastries at the Turkish breakfast are always fresh and tasty. One of the most popular is simit. This is a toasty bagel sprinkled with sesame seeds. In addition to simit, there are many different delicious pies. They say that it is better to try once than to hear 100 times. But for this, we need to cook it first in our today's episode. So, I have to go to the kitchen.
Қадірменді көрермен, мен Анадолу түріктерінің ұлттық тағамдарымен танысу жұмысын бастаймын.
Dear viewers, I'm starting to get acquainted with the cooking process of Turkish dishes. And Fatma Kanim suggested starting with a pie, which is very often served with breakfast. It is called su börek. So, Fatma Kanim, let's first tell about the ingredients. What do we need for the pie?
Hamurumuz un, tuz, yumurta. Çok kolay. Yani birazcık yumuşak.
We need flour, eggs, salt and water. The dough should be soft. It is very easy to knead it.
İşlemlere geçeceğiz.
Fine. I see we have the dough ready. Do we need to roll it out? Good. Show me, please. Su börek means water or boiled. The secret of this pie is that the rolled dough is first boiled in water and only then a puff pie is formed from it. It seems to me that the dish somehow reminds of Italian lasagna. How many dough sheets should we have? 6.
Altın.
So we will have 6 layers. It's good when there are so many. I'm sure it will be delicious. Do I need to roll out more? According to Fatma, the thinner the dough is rolled out, the softer the pie will be. And the most important thing in cooking the pie is to knead the dough well from the beginning, so that it is boiled soft in water, no matter how thin it is. Fatma Kanim, I am tired. Yes, it's not as easy as it looks. Now we have to boil thin rolled dough in salted water. Cover the bottom layer with raw dough and close the top one. By the way, we still need to melt the butter. We will coat each layer of the pie with it. The most interesting thing is that the dough cooked in boiled water should be immediately dipped in cold water. This will make dough sheets durable and not sticky. Well, then we lay out each layer of dough, coating it with butter.
Bunu buraya.
This is how it should be distributed over the entire dough. What are you laying out? Paneer. Paneer? This is the same white cheese like cottage cheese. Yes, we need to spread on each layer. Good. So, roll out the dough, boil it, lay it out, coat with butter, sprinkle with cheese, right? Yes, I got it. By the way, the filling of the pie can be very different. It can be filled with cottage cheese, herbs and meat. But the classic super rack for breakfast is prepared only with white cheese. By the way, the dough of this pie is very similar to the thin rolled dough of the Kazakh beshbarmak. I can't wait to try this interesting pie.
Достар, сүбіректің 6 қабаты дайын болды.
Dear friends, the 6-layer super rack is almost ready. Now we will bake it for about 25 minutes.
Достар,
Dear friends, Hulya Kanem will now teach me how to cook a traditional Turkish pumpkin dessert.
ол қандай тағам?
What kind of dish is this? Let's find out together.
Kabak tatlısı yapacağız bugün sizinle. Kabak Almatı'da çok tüketiliyor.
I noticed that pumpkin is very popular in Kazakhstan. There are many varieties of pumpkins in the markets. So I decided to share this recipe with you, my viewers.
Anadolu Türkleri kabağı tatlı olarak daha
In Turkey, this dessert is most often prepared from pumpkin.
ama tatlı
Of course, we add it to pies and soups, but still it is a dessert.
sebze
It is very tasty and, most importantly, healthy.
sonra
I think all the ingredients are available for local housewives, so let's show you how to make pumpkin dessert together.
Тамаша, бізді көріп отқан аруларымыздың құлағына алтын сыр.
Fine. Dear housewives, hurry, get out a piece of paper and a pen and write down the recipe. I'm sure that you will like it and you will definitely include this dessert in your family menu. Let's go. What ingredients do we need?
Сол туралы айта кетсеңіз.
elbette kabağımız burada. Kabakla birlikte pişirim öncesinde şeker kullanacağız. Daha sonra piştikten sonra
So, here's a pumpkin. A little sugar is needed for cooking.
istersek
Then we will decorate the dessert with nuts and berries. The pumpkin can be baked or boiled in a saucepan. We will boil it.
fırında da çok lezzetli olur kabak tatlısı.
Great! Let's start with the pumpkin. We need to peel it. To be honest, this is the first time I have heard about a dessert that can be made from pumpkin. But I'm sure that the dish will turn out to be very tasty and, of course, healthy.
Сіз маған көрсетіңіз. Қалай тұру керек екенін.
Show me how to cut it and I'll do it.
Pişireceğimiz boyutlarda biraz da inceliğini tenceremize
Cut it in medium-sized pieces. The main thing is that it would fit in the pan.
bu şekilde.
I think you should definitely make this dessert at home. I completely agree. Now I will learn the whole process and will definitely prepare the dessert for my family. After cutting the pumpkin into slices, we sprinkled it with sugar. After a while, it will draw juices to the surface. Then, in this syrup, we will cook our pumpkin.
Қадірменді көрермен.
Dear viewers, our pumpkin is ready. What will we do next?
Şimdi sırada süslemek.
We need to decorate the pumpkin slices. Add some tahini, sprinkle with nuts and pomegranate seeds. In general, berries and dried fruits can be used to your liking.
İstediğimiz kadar koyabiliriz.
Тамаша. Яғни бірінші.
Good. As far as I understood, tahini is sesame paste. Let's pour it well.
Тамаша. Ал, бісміллә деп.
Жақсы.
Üstüne koyuyoruz. Қараңыздар, не деген.
See how beautiful and delicious it looks.
Достар, бұл
Dear friends, I would say that this is a real pumpkin cake. Do you agree? Yes, thank you. Bon appétit. While we were preparing the dessert, our suburek was also baked. It is golden brown and sweet. Now we just need to cut it into pieces and we can serve it to the table. And of course, tea is the decoration of any breakfast. Turkish tea is famous for its unique taste, a drop of bitterness, astringent flavor, and tea is always well brewed. It is served in special cups, bardak.
Достар, су берегіміз дайын болды.
Friends, our pie is ready. Thank you. Great. Well, bon appétit.
Таңғы асымыз дәмді болсын.
It seems that on this tasty note we could finish our episode, but not in the Turkish family. A complete way to finish delicious breakfast is to have a coffee. Friends, we are continuing our episode. You know, the Turks are very fond of coffee. They even eat breakfast for it. After all, breakfast in Turkish means kahvaltı.
Халықтардың бірі.
And it comes from the word kahve, that is coffee, and kahvaltı literally means before coffee. Turkish coffee has a 5-century-long history. In the 15th century, it was brought to Istanbul from Yemen, and this drink became especially popular among the Turks. Since Istanbul was primarily a port city, merchants from various countries came here. They took away and distributed coffee across Europe. Traditional Turkish coffee is brewed in a jazva. The golden rule of coffee preparation: bring to boil over low heat, stir constantly. This will create a crema. As a rule, people drink classic Turkish coffee without sugar. To dilute the bitterness and make a coffee taste stronger, the Turks serve this drink with delight or lokum. This is delicious. Delicious breakfast accompanied by aromatic coffee. Perhaps this is how every morning should begin. Of course, Sunday breakfast is not only a time to have a delicious meal, but also to spend a fine morning time enjoying a leisurely conversation with the family and telling each other about the impressions of the past week. This is a great tradition that preserves the unity of the family and the warmth of home. Friends, do not miss the next episode of the delicious Kazakhstan. We will continue our journey across Turkey without leaving home. Today is tomorrow's history, and I will remember it for a long time. And I don't say goodbye to you. New, interesting, and tasty stories await us.
Dostlar,
Dear friends, in order to watch all the episodes of Delicious Kazakhstan Project, subscribe to the Qazaq TV YouTube channel, tap the bell icon and like videos.